the Utah sign. I do not want to miss this time. Oh my gosh. Woohoo! Welcome to Utah. Hi all my friends, we are boondocking outside the Lake Powell area. So we made it across into Utah for a brief second, and then we ended up boondocking, and it ended up going over the state line back into Arizona. So I thought that was kind of funny because I keep thinking I'm never going to get out of Arizona. And even though I enjoy Arizona, I have been looking forward to seeing a new state. But anyway, so tomorrow is the day. We'll be working our way up to central Utah. But in the meantime, this is a really gorgeous place. Now, we're only here for 2 nights, 1 full day, so Kent could work on his radio, but also it's a good pit stop for us to reboot before the next big leg of our journey to get up to that central Utah. So I'm really excited about that. But I do want to go over a couple of things that, you know, for people that might be especially new to this lifestyle or thinking about doing it, you always want to make sure you protect your eyes. Right now I'm bunkered down behind my van, but also the sun is starting to set. But always, you know, wear good, you know, or wear sunglasses to protect your eyes from that sun and the ultraviolet rays. One of the things that you'll realize is that the sand, the dirt, especially light colored, is going to reflect that sun. And so especially if you have sensitive or eyes that are sensitive, it definitely is really hard. I'm like squinting, and it's just so hard to be out without something protecting the sun. And plus you want to do that anyways. Also protect your skin. I do 50-70 block sunscreen. And also I protect my lips, and so the chapsticks that I have also have sunscreen in them as well. So as much as possible, protect your skin. And then I always set up some type of shade, or up at Kent's place underneath the shade. And now I have a new sun sail, and you'll be seeing it connected to my van, so I have more protection on my side. So I'm really excited to share again. I've been probably shared a couple of times because I'm really getting the word out how much I like it, and you do want to protect yourself as much as possible from the sun when you are in this lifestyle. Okay. Another thing is I want to go over is staying cool. One of the things that I do to stay cool is I use one of these wraps around my neck. So it's kind of like a scarf, but it's a cooling type of a scarf, and it comes in different widths. So they have a small, mine's a small, and then there's a wider one. But what it does is as you get it wet, it just has a cooling effect to it, and I just put it around the neck, and it really does work. I can honestly say this is my second year using it, and it really does work well. When it dries, it gets hard, so you fold it up and then let it, you know, dry out that way so it doesn't crack or anything. And then you just get it wet, re-soften it back up again, because the water will do that and then have that cooling effect. Milo actually has a coat that is made with the same material. I met a lady many years ago at a dog show, and she had a vendor booth there, and so I just loved her work, and I just says, oh my gosh, I have to get one of these for all my dogs. Buster had one too, and it really does work. So you'll see one on Milo. I'll show that to you for those that might be new to my channel. So look for a cooling coat or vests, they might call them, for dogs, and they really do work if you have a dog as well. And then I also give a little pool for Milo to play in. Misting yourself, keeping your clothing wet. I'll take a spray bottle, I spray my clothes, try to keep that wet, and that really does help, okay? All right, so let me show you around, and let me show you my sun sail and Milo's coat. I think you'll find it pretty interesting, and the beautiful area that we happen to be at, and I can't wait to come back sometime in the future when it's cooler, like maybe early spring or something like that. All right, so let's go take a look. All right, one more thing that I would like to show you is my day pack. So this is a little bit different than what I use when I go on a longer hike. So I will put a link to my other video that I did when I hike a longer distance and how I do that. This is just like my 30-minute walk or 40-minute walk, chasing sunset, something like that. I'll use this pack. The reason why I like it so much is it just has a place to put your water bottle, okay, and just a pack on the other side. So I could put my phone, I could put my chapstick, a snack to eat, or a bar, basically. I always take emergency bar because I'm diet controlled diabetic. So in case I start to feel like, oh, okay, I need to eat something, I've got it with me. I also like to freeze my water bottle if you can. If it's more warmer out and you're running around, then freezing it will really help, because then you're drinking it as it's melting and you got nice cold, water. If you have a way to do that, and I've been using my onboard refrigerator and freezer, so that's been working out really well, okay? Yeah, so if you can do that, food, basically phone, yeah, just your little necessities that you need, just a small amount of this and that. This kind of pack works really well, and I really love it. Okay, so let's go take a peek now at the video that I did when we went walking around and went closer up to the mountain, or to the hill behind me. And I hope you enjoy the clips that I have from our little day walk that we did. All right, so enjoy the rest of the video and the clips that I have, and pictures, and I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, so this is the area where we're at, and I'll be showing you a clip where Kent and I walked up a little bit to that sandstone mountain, and all the little holes. It's got these little holes that have been washed out by water. There actually is a old corral, and also where they used to load up cattle or something. We're thinking horses or cattle. That's here. It's definitely been abandoned, but that's pretty cool, and it's pretty big. We already walked it, but I'm going to take you guys over to it. And then look at this area. I'm going to kind of do a little 360 kind of circle view of this area. Lake Powell is right out there. You can barely see it where, yeah, right, just a tiny bit of it there. Okay. And then I'll circle around. And that is an old feeding, trough or bin, whatever you want to call it. I could tell because I used to have horses, and that's definitely something that they either fed some kind of livestock, cattle, horses. Here's my camp. And then I'll show you Milo in a minute. He's underneath. Okay, so this is back to where that feeding bin is, and then I'll continue to circle around, and then you'll see Kent's truck out there, and then we come back around. There's that big mountain, sandstone, mountain, and then back at the corral. Okay, I'm going to point out, this is my sun sail that I got, that I have been using, or going to be using, I should say. This is the first time I actually set it up on my rig, because we had it on Kent's rig just when we were trying it out, and my new tent poles. And I set this up all by myself today. I'm really proud of myself for all the things I learned from Kent. And so I thought I was going to have to, you know, put holes or something through the brackets up at the top there, but I didn't. It worked out really well by using the NRS straps, and they come in different sizes, and they use them to tie down kayaks and things like that. And they come in different lengths, so that dash number that you see 2 up there, it says S-2, that means that's a 2-footer. And it'll be a -3 or -4, and those are the different lengths. And Kent taught me about those straps, and they really are strong, heavy duty. They withstand a lot of you know, pounds of pressure and weight, so they're just amazing. So I have that up there, and then just a clip on the other side where that twists, you know, to open up my awning. And I'm going to lower it down, so I'm going to actually show you. I'll reposition it because now the sun is setting further back. See if I could protect the front just a little bit more. But these, again, if for those that might just be seeing this video instead of the one that I'm actually talked about the sun sail, these twist. So you just twist and then they go down. And I really like them. And then also using the tie down method with the stake and then some rope, and then you can pull your tension right up, you know, from the top. As you pull down this tie down strap, it tightens it up. So the sun sail is supposed to really be more helpful with windier conditions. And I mean, there's been some strong gusts of winds coming through today, and it has been holding up very well. And that's one of the reasons why I got it, because my friend Christina told me about it, and it really is working really well for my area. Yeah, so definitely have to, I'll put a link to the video of the sun sail and everything when I talk a little bit more about it, but I'm really so far happy with it and my poles. All right, so let's see if I can get Milo out. Oh, one more thing before I get Milo out. Why do I use this instead of my awning? Because I know people are going to say that. My awning is super big, as you can see, sorry. It's longer than, I mean, it's the length of my van, basically. And when those gusts of wind come up, it'll tear up an awning like that in no time. I mean, I could be standing here right now and all of a sudden, whoosh, you know, this big strong gust comes through. And my awning is so big that I'm just afraid of it just ripping it and the arms and everything, and I can't fold it back in quickly if I had to get it in quickly. And so I'm just trying to protect the awning. And this works out much easier. It's more resistant against the desert wind is one of these than the actual awning that comes with the van, okay? Because awnings have been ripped off so easily from people in their RVs out in the desert. They just don't go together. All right, so that's why I'm using something like this instead. And the design of this is more where you can get this more taut, very tight, so it makes it more, you know, strong and resistant against the wind, okay? Okay, there's Milo with his little wrap on, and he wants to go back underneath the van, but I'm trying to keep him from doing that. Milo, say hi to YouTube. Milo. Yeah, it's very hot, so he's actually cooler in the shade, so I'm not going to keep him here for too long. Yeah, but that wrap really does help keep him cool, and with that nice breeze hitting it really helps a lot. Okay, I'm actually going to pull down this just a little bit and change how, because the sun is now setting, and I'm going to show you how over that direction. So we're getting more sun now on this side than most of the day. Okay, I just wanted to show you how I could lower it just a little bit. I mean, obviously it's not helping a whole lot because of the sun. I'm facing west, and the sun's going to be setting right behind that mountain. But right now, what it does is it's going to protect me from the sun a little bit more right now inside, which is where I need to go next, is inside the van. So it'll help protect, you know, in there if I'm sitting on the seat inside. And then I also have it just going right on the inside of my door. Okay, but keeping it very taut in case the wind comes. All right, so I really like it. You can put them in different positions, you know, that's the cool thing about it. Stay tuned for part 2 of our camping stay outside of the Lake Powell area. In the next video, we take that hike that I mentioned up to the sandstone mountainside, and I kind of explore a little bit more of the corral area. Another thing is I share a story of what happened to me with a couple of things. One, we were at 7,000 feet, around there in the Lake Powell area, and also battling triple digits of heat and upper 90s. So putting those two together was not a good mix in my world. So I ended up not planning my hydration correctly with a little bit of the elevation change. Definitely took its little toll on me. So stay tuned to find out exactly what happened to me. And another learning lesson that I learned of, you know, traveling and being on the road. Okay, so I love you all, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you, and I appreciate everyone out there for watching and for subscribing to my channel. Please like and subscribe if you haven't, and together we can make a difference with my favorite charities, Wilderness on Wheels and Meals on Wheels of America.